Hello everyone, welcome to another Kitchen Cupboard Heroes. I'm Craig, as usual. I'll be showing you how to do some recipes using some of the dishes, or ingredients I should say, that you can find in your cupboard. Today we're going to do a kid-friendly one. I've got my daughter who's washing her hands at the moment because we're going to start making some meatballs with some pasta. So we're going to do homemade meatballs, obviously. So what we're going to be using, I'll go for the ingredients first, is for our meatballs we're going to be using 5% fat minced pork, but you can use any minced pork obviously. We've got to think about our kids, haven't we? So 5% fat in that one. 7% fat turkey meat, so we like to use turkey in ours. You could use minced beef if you've got minced beef, or you could just use minced beef for the whole thing. This is a little bit of a healthier recipe and it tastes a lot nicer as well. So we're going with the minced pork, the minced pork and the minced turkey as our meat. Sienna's joined me. Say hello, Sienna.
Hello.
So we are going to go in with the meatballs. So for the meatballs, I should say, we've got some finely diced onion. We've got an egg. We've got some minced garlic, about half a bulb. We've got some oil to fry our meatballs in. We've got some breadcrumbs. So you can use packet breadcrumbs. You could just, any stale bread you've got kicking around the house, just put it in the oven on a low heat, probably about 100 degrees for an hour or so. Let it go hard and then put it through a food processor. Or you could use just fresh bread, rip it all up, let it go stale a little bit, and then you can mix it in, because you're going to mix it all together. So if you're going to put it through a food processor, you can do. If you want to put this mix into a mixer, it will mash it all up anyway, so it's just easier with dry breadcrumbs. Okay. We've got some black peppercorns, so black pepper mill, I should say. I can't get my words out today. We've got some black pepper, we've got some thyme. Again, if you haven't got any of these things, it's fine. Just make do with what you've got, yeah? And we've got some nice salt there as well. So that's what's going in our meatballs. And then we're going to do a nice tomato sauce with it as well. So for a sauce, another onion, just chopped up. We've got the other half of the bulb of garlic, just sliced up. We've got some peppers, red peppers. Can't get the words out, what's up with me? And I've got a small red chilli there as well, not a hot one, just a normal chilli. We've got some red wine, we've got a chicken stock pot for our sauce, and then you can use chopped tomatoes if you want. We're just going to go in with some passage because that's what we've got sitting in the cupboard, and I've got some tomato juice left over as well, so we're going to throw that in there as well. We've got some, we're going to add to our sauce as well, some nice chestnut mushrooms, just cut up chunky, so get a bit of texture in there. Now, if you've got children that don't like vegetables, I'm lucky because I have got one there that loves vegetables, and you want to sneak them into the sauce, you can do. Best way to do it is just grate it. So I've grated some courgette there, some celery, you could put some carrot in there, and it all adds to the flavour of your sauce, and you're getting the vegetables in there, and it makes it taste far nicer as well. That's going to be our sauce, and we're going to serve it with a pasta. So you can use any pasta you want, any pasta you've got sitting around in the cupboard. It's not a lot easier now than it was to get pasta, obviously. So you can use whatever you want, penne, whatever. Spaghetti, whatever. We're just going to use some tortellini. So we've got some nice, fresh spinach and ricotta tortellini there. So we're going to put that on a little bit closer to time. We need some flour just to roll our meatballs around so they don't stick it to the bottom of a pan. Auntie Lisa says you're looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
She's saying hello. Right, so we're going to put our meatballs in there and just roll them around and then put them into the pan, and it'll stop them sticking to the bottom of the pan and get a nice crispy coating on the outside of the meatballs. So, we're going to get started with the meatballs first. So you ready for this? You washed your hands,
Yes.
Ready to go. We've got rid of all the knives because we've done all our preparation already, so everything's safe. We're away from pans because they're over the far end. So this bit you can do with pretty much most age groups. So I'm going to need a knife to open the packet, obviously. should have done before. So we're going to go in with our mince first. So that goes in there, just remove the paper. So like I say, you can use any mince, you can use minced lamb, it would be very nice with minced lamb. Pork obviously gives it that flavour, and turkey's there obviously as a healthier option as well. So we're going to go in with our onion. Jenna's watching like, what when I come into this? So, right, you're next. So, you want to put some of that in there? Cool. Give it a few glugs. So we got some Henderson's relish. You can use Worcester sauce. We're in Yorkshire, so it's Henderson's relish. You can't beat it. On your pine peas, all sorts. A little bit more. Go on, put a bit more in. You roughly want about 2 to 4 tablespoons. That'll do. And then we're going to go in with the garlic. Scrape all that into there, Bobby. So we've got our egg, our onion, our Henderson's relish in there. We're going to keep that to put in our sauce as well. And scrape all that garlic into there. Right, is that all in? Brilliant. Fantastic, doesn't matter. Right, so you've got your nice clean hands, and I want you to get in there and I want you to squidge it all up together.
Okay.
Okay? Got all that egg mixed up and everything in there. Yeah? It's a fun bit. While you're doing that, I'm going to put some thyme in there, some dried thyme. Get proper stuck in, get right into the bottom and mix it all up, yeah? Manage. Get right in there, underneath, mix it all in together. Keep rolling. Yeah, let's get that egg in there. Yeah, just fold it over. That's it, you get stuck in. Keep mixing it in. I have washed my hands before anybody says anything. Right, keep mixing it in, keep going. Keep going, don't stop. So, of course, you can put what flavour you want in your meatballs. We've done them before where we just got like a little block of cheese and we moulded it around the block of cheese. Never heard of what, my love? Henderson's relish. It's a Yorkshire thing. Worcester sauce over there in Cheshire, or Worcestershire sauce. And then, so yeah, I mean, we just got like a little block of cheese and we moulded it around the meat around the meatball. And then fried it, and then when you cut it open, obviously the cheese just pours out like a little Kiev thing. They're quite nice. You can do whatever you want, really. Experiment. So I'm going to go in with some salt, some seasoning. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm going in with plenty of black pepper, because we love black pepper. Keep going. What are you doing? Get it all mixed in. Brilliant. Now we don't want all these breadcrumbs. Just want enough to absorb a little bit of moisture that's in there, yeah? Otherwise it just collapse. And if you put too much breadcrumbs in there, they'll just fall to pieces when you're mixing them all together. So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, Worcester sauce. Definitely Worcester sauce where you are. Henderson's relish is made in Sheffield, where the best ice hockey team is. That's why we use it. And we're going to go in with a little bit of tomato paste as well. That's optional, completely optional. You've done to give your hand. That last bit. Yeah, just make sure it's all mixed in. Right, you're going to start making meatballs in a minute. I just need to see how wet it is. So this is quite wet. So if we roll that into meatballs now, it'll fall to pieces. So we need to put some more breadcrumbs in there, Babs. You'll be able to feel it, it'll be quite firm to the touch. So there's no point me saying to put a half a cup in or whatever. It's one of them things you're going to have to feel your way through it yourself. The certain meat's different. Right. So, we're going to start making meatballs. What are you writing? Yes, I will bring you some over, my dear, next time I come. My sister asking about the Henderson's relish. Hopefully it'll be soon. We will meet again. Right, so we are going to do little tiny meatballs. So, if you want them all to be the same size, get yourself a spoon and use your spoon as your guide. So one on your spoon like that, you can roll them up. Depends how big you want them. Obviously, the bigger they are, the longer they take to cook. So you want to roll them nice and tight. Yeah. And then just roll them in the flour. And I'm going to put them on a plate. One of your trendy plates. Right. So just move up a bit. I'm going to put that on there. No, you need to stay where you are. Okay. So Daddy starts making them into sizes for you. You can start rolling them and then roll them in the flour and put them onto the plate, yeah? Okay, so roll it nice and tight. You could use, if you've got like a little ice cream scoop or a little tiny measuring scoop or something like that, just to get the same size. If you were going to do little ones, you could do like, if any of you have used shakes, like a little 20mm scoop. I don't know if I'll put any in here. Got that much stuff in here somewhere. Aha, there you go. That's something like that. So you can just scoop up to the side, like that. Put them all on the side and let the little ones roll them up. Or they can do it themselves. Roll it in the flour, sweetheart, put it on the plate. You have to be quick because people are watching. Yeah? So obviously you can make this, mix up, put it in the fridge, firms it up a little bit more, and you can spend as long as you want doing this. Obviously we're trying to rush a little bit because you guys ain't going to want to sit there for the next hour watching us make meatballs. So, I mean, we like to have the little tiny Swedish meatballs in the packets. They're quite nice as well. So if you didn't want to make the meatball part and you just wanted to go straight to a sauce, then fast forward all this. Basically.
So you can't, it's mine.
You have to watch him recorded. Smarty pants. Right, so we're getting like little tiny ones in there as well, not too little. Because obviously we want them all to cook at the same time. So you can just leave them really to their own devices with this, as long as they're confident. Quick as you can. As long as they're confident doing it, just leave them to it. Go and have a brewski or whatever. A gin. Mucky gin. Who likes gin?
Mom.
Mum? What try to say about Mum?
likes gin.
She likes gin. Right, okay. So while we're doing this, I'm going to get our big skillet pan on the go. So of course, like with all our videos, if you've got to shoot off and do something, go and do it. You can watch this at your leisure. Just give it a like, share, get up onto our YouTube channel and subscribe. Give that a thumbs up if you can while you're there, please. That'd be much appreciated, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It just unlocks features on YouTube for us so we can make better videos and stuff. So if you get on there and subscribe, that helps. So just rummaging these together for them. And you can roll them into balls. I'll give her a hand in a second. Right. So when they're that size, you only need like 3 or 4 balls per portion. And then we're going to, because obviously we're doing tortellini, whether we're doing that spaghetti or penny pasta, you can bulk it out with onions and peppers and stuff. So you're getting a full meal in there. Right, so our pan is starting to smoke nicely, so Dizzy Daydream, can we step it up again? Don't do that. Roll it around in the flour. Got someone you dislike, you know. Like I said before, you can just leave it to them to do, but we're just doing it together because we need to move on with the video, don't we?
Yes.
We turn that down because it's smoking. Set the smoke alarm off. You don't have to worry about them being perfect balls either, because at the end of the day, your kids have made them. Not that Bill.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite pasta, Sienna? What's your favourite shaped pasta? Eh?
I don't know.
You like gnocchi, don't you?
Yeah.
You like those little bows we had the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Little spinach bows. And you like spaghetti?
Yeah.
I think you like any pasta really, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
She's a big pasta fiend. So that's done. So of course, when you're rolling it in flour, you can season the flour if you wanted to. If you want to make them a little bit spicy, you could put a little bit of chili powder in there, some chili flakes. So wash your hands, Babby. So this bit, obviously, we have to go back over to the adults doing, because we're using hot oil and hot pans. So we're going to go in with some oil. Just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. And then we carefully, you can use tongs to do this bit. Now these are better if they've been in the fridge for a little while before you roll them in flour, like I said before. They're not as delicate as they are now then. Or you could even freeze them down. Make them up and freeze them down. If you buy a big load of mince, why not? Get the kids on it for an hour or so, give them something to do. So you could buy, I don't know, a kilo of each, or just a couple of kilo of beef, or whatever. Try and go 50-50 if you're using pork. Like I said, these are pork and turkey if you've just joined us. You can just do beef. So you want that little bit of fat in there as well. Otherwise they dry out, they're not as nice. Even in the sauce they still dry out. So what we're doing here is we're just going to get some nice colour. You don't want to cook them. I'll show you why in a second. Just going to get rid of all these bits of onion and flour and stuff. So we've got on, before we started this, we put our oven on 160. Just get some heat in there. And we've got a pan of water on there. It's come to the boil, we turned it down. It's been salted. So a little bit more oil on there if you need it. And then we're going to get our tongs. Let's get some tongs out there, please. Sorry. Auntie Lisa's watching you, better behave yourself. She likes all the different pasta as well, she says. So we're going to just colour them up, get some nice colour on them. Like a nice crispy coating if you put flour on them first. You don't have to put flour on them, or you can use gluten-free flour and leave out the breadcrumbs if you're gluten-free. Or you can put gluten-free breadcrumbs in there, obviously. This can also be done obviously with corn mince for vegetarians. There's lots of plant-based minced products available out there that you can use for our vegan friends. Substitute where necessary. Auntie Lisa says you're a little superstar.
Thank you.
Right, okay, so if you wanted to, at this point, if you wanted to go a little bit more richer, you could throw a knob of butter in there, get some nice caramelisation going on. But because we're using turkey, we're trying to be a little bit more healthier, plus I'm trying to lose weight. So you just get them nicely sealed on both sides. But obviously the further you take them in at this stage, the least time they need in the oven. Oh, look at me like that. What have I done wrong now?
No.
Oh, right, okay. You give that look when I do something wrong. Do you like cooking, Sienna? Do you like cooking? Yeah? Do you like cooking cakey stuff? Desserts?
Depends.
Depends what it is. You like chopping up vegetables and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So we've got some nice colour on them now. Just turn that down just for a few seconds while we get these out. We don't want that residue that's left in that pan from the meat to burn. So we've got a nice flavour in that pan now. So instead of starting, I mean you could do it in another pan if you wanted to, the sauce, but we're going to use one pan. Obviously it saves on washing up. But if you're doing it for speed, then June says you're doing a wonderful job, and she's definitely going to have a go at making this. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why we do these videos, because we try to inspire, get people in the quick kitchen. So Get us your pictures in, get us your videos in. Let us know what you've been up to in the kitchen. We really do want to see. And it also inspires other people to get in the kitchen as well. So we've got them beautiful juices. Just roll it around in them juices, get some nice flavour on them. And then we're going to pop these in the oven. Pop it up to about 180. And then we're going to start with our sauce. So that's just simmering away in there. So we're just going to go in now with our onion. You can help me. Right, so you move your footstool up there so you can stir this sauce, Paddy. I know you want to be on camera more like. Come on. So you start stirring all that in for Daddy. Get it all mixed in. Yeah, don't worry, people can still see you. Not very much, are you? Right. We'll put some more in there, keep stirring, because we don't want it burning. A little bit more oil in there. We want that to start sizzling. What we're going to also put in at this point is those grated vegetables. If the kids are watching, hide the mouse. Sienna loves the vegetables, so we don't need to hide a mouse. I'm going to put those grated vegetables in there so the kids don't know.
Unless the child is watching this.
Unless the child's watching this with them. So what we need to do here is we need to break all that up, bro. Yeah? Mix it all in together like that. Yeah? Get all around the sides. Get it all mixed up. Yeah? You have to be quite firm with it. And quick. Yeah? Mix up. Then we're going to go in with our sweet red chilies. Peppers. And half a chilli. You don't have to put the chilli in there. Just going to put it in there for a little tiny bit of heat. Mix all that in together. Turn it up. That would help, wouldn't it? You don't know?
No.
Alright, it does. Ah, Sienna. Right. Mix that all in together. Make sure it's all mixed in well. And get that before it's all clumped together down there. You've got to keep it moving around, otherwise it'll burn, yeah? And that'll be no good if it burns, will it?
No.
Alright. And then we're going to put these chestnut mushrooms in. You can put any mushrooms you want in. You don't have to put mushrooms in if you don't like mushrooms, obviously. So these are quite good, these pans for the kids, because they're not obviously very safe, but they're safer than standing at a stove. You just have to be aware that this is very hot on the edge, so you don't be burning yourself live on video. Give your hand. So just fold that in. Fold it all together. Just leave it for a couple of minutes and then we'll give it another stir, okay? Alright? So don't stir it. Don't stir it. Patient. Patient. And then, once that's all been fried off and got some nice colour on it, I'm going to go in with some garlic. Now we don't put the garlic in till this point, because if we put it in when we first put them in, what would happen? Remember, the garlic burns very easy, and what happens when it goes burnt? It tastes bitter, doesn't it? It tastes very nice. So we're going to put that in when all these are fried, just right at the very end of the frying process, okay? And then we're going to go in with some mucky wine.
So cut the alcohol off.
And we're all going to get drunk.
We're not going to get drunk, so cut the alcohol off.
And then we're going to go in with a chicken stock pot. Yeah? Remember who the chef is who advertises these? Marco. And then we're going to go in with some Henderson's relish or Worcester sauce if you're in Cheshire like my sister. And then we're going to put some passata in and some tomato juice. That's literally because I've got tomato juice sitting in my fridge and I'm sick of looking at it. And I've got a carton of passata in the cupboard as well. But you can put your chopped tomatoes in there. Just remember, if you're putting chopped tomatoes in, you want to give it a little bit longer cooking time. You want them tomatoes to break down, unless you want it chunky. Or you can put them through a NutriBullet or a food processor or something like that and blitz them down first. You just stick blender, okay? When you put them into the sauce, obviously, you stick blend the sauce afterwards, you end up with a smooth puree. Right, so look at that. See how that's gone all caramelised now? Look how lovely that is. Does it smell nice? What's up?
No.
Okay. Are you going to mix that garlic in for me? Yeah? I'll put it in. You're going to mix all that in for me. At this point, it's gone a bit dry in there, so I'm going to put a little bit more oil. Not too much. Just a little bit. And the whole time we're doing this, those beautiful meatballs are cooking all the way through in the oven. Yeah? So we'll just check on now. They're cooking through nicely, turn up a little bit. Our pan of water is simmering away. Remember to salt your water for your pasta. And a big scoop of salt in there. Pardon? Apparently it was salted already, so it's going to be twice as salted, so it'll be tasty at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all fried up, so that's all cooking in now, look, that's lovely. Well done you. So I'm going to put a big pinch of that salt in there. Big pinch, big. Go on, I'll do. Chuck all that in, all over the place. Oh, mix that in now. Try to get it all over. If you don't, it's so salty in just one patch, yeah? So we're going to go in some pepper. I'll do that for you. Daddy taking over as usual. Right, I'm going to put some red wine in there. You want about a third of a bottle in there. So put that down. So keep pouring until Daddy says when. Let's have a look how much you put in. Hold it up. A bit more.
Look at that.
That's fine. At least your mum will enjoy it. So we'll turn that water up to boiling now. And what we want to do here is we want all that red wine to reduce. Now you don't have to put red wine in here. I mean, I'm sure pretty much most of you will, if you're friends of mine. I'm not saying I've got friends who are all alcoholics, don't worry. So we're going to go in with some more of this. We're going to go about 2 tablespoons. Go for it, boo. Yeah, that'll do. Why not? And then we're going to go in with our passata. So carefully pour that in so you don't get it all over your t-shirt and then your mum will kill me.
All of it.
Yeah, squeeze it in. Come on, you're alright. Just watch it don't get down. All of it in there. Give it a squeeze. Carefully don't get it down you.
I'll be careful.
Okay. Sure you will. More importantly, don't get it down me.
Yeah, no, I thought it
trying to say. Right, get that stirring. Make sure you get it all in, stir it all around. Carefully, don't splash it up yet. Famous last words. Right. We're going to go in with tomato sauce or tomato juice. There's about half a carton in there, but like I say, we're just using what we've got sitting in the fridge. Kitchen cupboard heroes plastic really, using what we've got sitting around. You could also use, like I said, at the top of the video, a couple of cans of tomatoes in there, and I mentioned it just recently as well, obviously. And we're going to go in one of these chicken no stock pots. If you're obviously vegetarian, you use a vegetable one. We're going to pop that in there. Put your spoon down. That's it. Squeeze it. It ain't going to come out on its own. Squeeze it. Come on, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on, give it death. And that pesky oven's beeping its head off. Right. Let's have a look. See what we got, eh? So, if we're not sure if our meatballs are cooked, keep your hands away from that, sweetheart, because it's really, really hot. You can always get your probe in there, find the biggest meatball, go about halfway in. And that is there or thereabouts at 70 degrees. We're going to pop them back into the sauce now, which will finish them off cooking. So if you want to carefully pick those meatballs up without breaking them up and place them into the sauce, yeah? Let's have a look at this sauce. Yeah, that sauce looks very, very nice. Yeah, don't drop them because they'll splatter. Yeah, just place them in nicely. Yeah, that's it. And turn that down a bit. Yeah, don't drop them from the height because you'll splatter all over you. And that sauce is very, very hot. Yes, so we're going to go in now with our pasta. So like I said before, we're going to use a nice cheese and spinach tortellini. Fresh pasta one, so it takes literally no time at all. So if you're doing something like a dried pasta,
This one's stuck to
have a look. Come to loosen them all up for you. Ooh, that's warm. Okay, put that one in there. In you go. Okay, monkey. Beautiful, beautiful. So like I was saying, if you were using like a penne or you know, a good hearty thick pasta, then you'd want to get that on definitely before I just put this in. Or you can just keep that simmering away while your pasta cooks. But nice and relaxing, nice and flowed. You can always turn that down. Pasta's not cooked. Isn't that right, Boo? Just don't burn it. That's all I said. I'll give you a hand, put them in there.
Most importantly, don't burn yourself.
Most importantly, don't burn yourself. Listen to Sienna. Come on. We're walking out on the road in a minute. We've got that in that beautiful sauce that Sienna made. That one in the sauce. There we go. So we'll get rid of all this rubbish. You drunk? That red wine?
I didn't drink any of that.
Oh, I think you did. I think you snuck a glass with Daddy one looking.
I didn't.
What do you think, guys? So we're just going to carefully now, because we don't want the meatballs to break up, fold in the meatballs with that sauce. Now a little bit of flour that's on the outside of the meatballs will help to thicken the sauce as well. Okay? So it didn't have a purpose other than just stopping the meatballs from sticking to the pan. So we're going to taste it. Just from the outside of the pan, don't taste it from the middle because that would be silly. Very nice. So, like I said, you can leave this on, let it cook through, leave on for an hour or so if you want to. Let all them vegetables completely melt away so the kids can't see them. And you've got like your meatballs and your tomato sauce. I say we've got our mushrooms in there, we've got our vegetables, and we've got peppers and a little bit of chilli in there as well. So, but I know some of our friends are quite fussy, their kids are quite fussy, so you can just do the meatballs and the tomato sauce. So our pasta, because it's fresh, is almost cooked. Just give that a stir around in there. Ooh, this is going to be special. You looking forward to it? Huh? What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? Wow. Jay Rayner, eat your heart out. I've got the ultimate food critic here. Seriously, I've cooked in some of the best restaurants in the world and I'm more worried about what this girl thinks of my food than I am with the Michelin guide. Says something, doesn't it? Right, so 6 of us. As always, who do we have? We have Uncle Michael, we have Uncle David, and they like to eat, don't they?
Apart from my animals.
Yeah.
But animals don't eat
Pasta's
humans.
boiling over. And then we have your granddad,
We have mum.
and then we have your mum,
Me, you,
and me and you, and then we have the dog, and the cats,
and our hamster.
and the hamster. What's the hamster called?
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
It's my cat's birthday today, by the way.
Happy birthday, Rocket. Wherever you may be, chasing mice around somewhere probably. He was last seen in one of the empty cider barrels at the bottom of the garden.
He was last seen, you know, on cupboards.
Oh, right, okay. That's where I saw him anyway. Right, so we're going to drain our pasta off through a colander. A few seconds there, a little bit of pasta water is perfect. It adds the flavour. And then we're just going to fold the pasta into that sauce. Oh, look at that, Sienna. And a perfect accompaniment for this would be like a nice rocket salad with some Parmesan cheese on top. Or just some Parmesan on top, grated on top or shaved on top. So, if you just move your finger up there a bit, Danny needs to get in the drawers. So, shall we plate up and show these little wonderful people what they're going to be missing? So we've got a little bit of Parmesan, and in the fridge we're going to use up first. And we're just going to plate the pasta, and then just pop our meatballs on top, like so. Bit more pasta. So you could drizzle some pesto on top of that if you wanted to as well, that'd be quite nice. Just mix some pesto, like a teaspoon of pesto with about 2 tablespoons of oil. Give it a shake and just drizzle it on top. Very chefy. And then we're just going to get a peeler and we're just going to go onto our parmesan like so. Just drop it on top like so. And that is our turkey and pork meatballs with pasta, tomato sauce. Hope you enjoy it if you make it yourselves. We're going to enjoy it because we're going to eat it now. Love to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Goodbye from Sienna.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from me, and we'll catch you next time.